Hi there, welcome to this week market analysis. So as usual, we'll run through the charts over here and highlight some of the opportunities that you can keep an eye on. Okay, to start off with today's video over here, we have the dollar index. Now overall, the dollar index seems to be kind of in a corrective phase, right? And if I update this, there's a possibility where we are seeing the crawl development currently in progress, right? So if that's gonna be the case, we can't expect a bit more of an upside push over here, and if that's indeed a crawl, we can expect the reversal to the downside eventually, right? But for now, building into this, we'll probably need to be a little bit more patient, okay? And we're gonna continue to expect the consolidation from some of these major pairs coming in, okay? Euro dollar, so kind of pretty much the inverse relationship. There's a possibility of this developing a crawl. There's also the possibility of it being a double bottom, right? And for it to be a double bottom, we want to see an impulsive push to the upside first, then a pullback. Then only we start to look for the buy, right? That would then give us more confirmation that the structure over here is a double bottom, but if price can't take this out impulsively, then there's a possibility we'll continue to see more downside, and that would then turn into a crawl, right? So overall, I'm still pretty neutral on this at the moment. GBPUSD is probably one of the clearer ones among the major pairs, okay, where right now we're looking at the possibility of a three-way pullback. If you can get that, then we'll be looking for a sell side, okay. So key zone right now to monitor is around at 50 and 618, 1.2740 to 1.277D. That will be the area that you can keep an eye on for potential sell trade opportunity. Okay. Aussie dollar currently still in a consolidation, so I think overall nothing much there as well. Price can actually push up a little bit more, but overall we can see that it's basically in a tight consolidation range. Okay. So I'm neutral on this, pretty much just giving it time to see eventually what structure price would want to develop into. Dollar Canadian, we did get the move coming down, but this entire piece of move is pretty corrective, not very impulsive. So this one here has a little bit of a possibility where we get another pullback and then maybe another push back down from there on. Okay, to kind of complete the bigger structure here as well, right? We kind of have a huge channel, 1 2 3 1 2 3, so this might be a 1 2 3, right? So that's on dollar Canadian. Dollar yen here, we're waiting for the pullback. If we can get a corrective pullback to the bottom of the channel, we may get another buy trade to the upside, okay. Given that this pullback cannot come down too impulsive, right? Ideally we want to see a clear three wave, then that will give us an opportunity. Gold here, we are bearish, so we're expecting another push down. If you can get this to push back up a little bit towards the zone at 15,618, and of course ideally price remains below the swing high, then we can look for sell opportunity with a target at 2263 kind of area, right? So yeah, gold here we are bearish, pretty clear cut in terms of the structure. Nice little three wave move, impulsive move. So if you can get an inner three-way structure, we'll also look for a sell. Right, so that's on gold. Crude oil over here, we're looking at short-term bearishness. This looks very, very crawlish. So if you can get an impulsive break, okay, below this low, that's where we can start to focus on sell, sorry. Okay, and any corrective pullback would then be a sell trade opportunity with a target around at 15,618. Okay, putting us around 77.5, 76.4. Okay, you can even look at a aggressive entry of a breakout, so you stop just above it. If price can break below it, then that will be a pretty nice little trade. S&P, we're expecting short-term pullback. I'm not too interested in really selling this, but for some of the short-term traders, you can consider a look at the sell side of things. I would rather wait for it to complete its pullback and fundamentally be bullish on the S&P overall. The yen pairs in terms of like pound yen, AUD yen, there's really nothing much, so I'll just be patient. I'll remain neutral for now. let the market kind of develop into a pattern that is obvious first. Okay, pound Australia, a little bit on the patient side, but seeing if we can get a confirmation of a buy side of things. So I'm looking at it for right now is that we have this push out, we have this pullback. Okay, we may get another pushback out to complete this channel. So I'm actually more inclined to see if we can get any buy opportunity, but probably we'll need to give it some time to really develop into a pattern structure that we can look to buy it. Right? Euro Canadian, it did came down yesterday with CPI tagging a little bit on the area here. So of course, if I zoom out, right, there's that possibility we'll get a bit more downside here as well. Okay, but I think overall what can also happen is we get a bounce back, right? Some kind of a corrective pattern first, a retracement before another leg down. Okay, so that would be more of a obvious three-wave structure. Okay, so yeah, overall I think there are still opportunity to look for the downside. Okay, but in the near term, we may not want to be too aggressive selling, right? With price kind of like reacting off this, it came down quite a bit. So naturally, we'll be expecting some kind of pullback eventually. Okay, so over direction is still bearish, but you probably want to give it some time first. Okay, BTC over here likely will see some kind of a consolidation after this push. If you can see a nice three-wave consolidation, then we can expect one more drop, then only the eventual upside. So BTC here potentially waiting for a sell, right, for short-term kind of sell trade opportunity. Okay, yeah, so generally that's about it from my side. Quite a lot of pairs are essentially in a kind of consolidation. It has been for the past couple of like 2 months, I would say. So this is where the market is kind of like coiling into a consolidation kind of range bound environment, and we just basically want to be patient right now, and eventually at some point in time the market will bound to break up. Okay, and that's where the opportunity is going to come in. Okay, so that's all for me. All the best for this week, and I'll see you guys